Imagine a future where electric trucks are lighter, more efficient, and even more affordable. That's exactly what Tesla promises with its new HV battery for the Tesla Semi. This battery, which is still under development, will be designed to be cheaper to produce, which is already a big advantage. But the real secret is efficiency. With a 7% increase in efficiency compared to current versions, the Semi will be able to maintain the same travel range, even with a smaller capacity battery. In other words, it will consume less energy to travel the same distance. Now, why is this so important? Because in a world where every mile matters for transportation companies, having a truck that goes further while using less energy is a game changer. Not only will this reduce operating costs, but it will also make the Semi an even more attractive option for companies looking to save on fuel and maintenance. After all, less weight means less wear and tear on components, and a more efficient battery means less charging time. But that's not all. Tesla is developing this technology with the promise of keeping the Semi's performance at its best level. No sacrificing power to save energy. The Semi will continue to be a giant on the road, capable of handling heavy loads and tackling long journeys without breaking sweat. And best of all, Tesla promises that this new battery will be produced on a large scale, which could make the Semi more accessible for companies of all sizes. And here's an interesting twist. If this battery is indeed cheaper to manufacture and more efficient, Tesla could redefine the electric truck market. Companies that previously thought electric vehicles were too expensive might reconsider their options. The promise of lower production costs could make the Semi not only an environmentally responsible choice, but also a financially smart one. Of course, all of this is still in the realm of promises. Tesla is known for its boldness in making big announcements and generating anticipation. But it is exactly this confidence that makes the Semi such an intriguing project. And even though Tesla has not yet officially launched this new version, the simple fact that they're developing a lighter, more efficient, and economical battery is enough to stir the market. Just imagine trucking companies saving thousands of dollars a year in operating costs, simply because their trucks are more efficient. Drivers who previously had to worry about range will now have the peace of mind of knowing they can travel further on a single charge. And all of this without losing the power you've come to expect from Tesla. And if the new HV battery already seems like a revolution, wait until you discover the charging system that Tesla plans to implement in the Semi. We're talking about a 1 megawatt charging system. That's right, 1 megawatt of power. To put it in perspective, it is 10 times more powerful than the V3 superchargers that Tesla currently uses for its passenger cars. With this level of power, the Semi will be able to recover 350 miles of range in just 30 minutes. Think about it. Half an hour and the truck is ready to hit the road again. But how will this be possible? Well, the secret lies in the ultra-fast charging technology that Tesla is developing. Unlike conventional chargers, which take hours to recharge heavy vehicles, the Semi's new system will be designed to deliver a massive amount of power in a short period of time. This is crucial for the transportation industry, where time is literally money. Idle trucks mean lost revenue, and fast charging is what will make all the difference. And the most impressive thing is that this technology will not be exclusive to the Semi. Tesla plans to expand its use to other commercial vehicles in the future by creating a dedicated high-power charging network. But why is this so important? Because it's not just a technological innovation. It is a complete change in the way heavy transport is carried out. Trucks that previously sat idle for hours at gas stations will now be able to recharge in a matter of minutes and get back on the road. Now, of course, this raises an important question. How will Tesla handle the heat generated by this ultra-fast charging? After all, charging a battery at high speed generates heat, and heat is the #1 enemy of battery longevity. Tesla appears to be aware of this challenge and is developing advanced thermal management systems to ensure the semi charges quickly without overheating. This includes active cooling systems and real-time monitoring to ensure the battery remains at a safe temperature. And we cannot ignore the environmental impact of this. With this ultra-fast charging system, the Semi will be able to replace even more diesel trucks, drastically reducing carbon emissions. And because these trucks are responsible for a significant portion of transportation sector pollution, the switch to an electric fleet could have a massive impact on air quality and public health. For drivers, this means less time wasted at charging stations and more time on the road. Transportation companies will be able to streamline their operations, reduce costs, and increase efficiency. Imagine a fleet of trucks that never sit idle for more than half an hour. That's what the 1 megawatt charging system promises to deliver. Speaking of innovations, the Tesla Semi's design is also about to undergo a significant transformation. And it's not just a matter of aesthetics. The changes go far beyond appearance, directly affecting the vehicle's safety and efficiency. Tesla has already announced that the Semi will receive redesigned side mirrors, optimized to improve visibility and aerodynamics. Instead of traditional rear-view mirrors, the truck will feature digital cameras that project images onto internal screens. Sound futuristic? That's because it is. These digital mirrors have been tested on other Tesla vehicles, but they're even more important on the Semi. In a truck this size, visibility is everything. Maneuvering a giant machine on busy highways or parking in tight spaces requires precision, and Tesla promises that these new mirrors will provide the driver with a clear, wide-angle view. In addition, the vehicle's aerodynamics will be improved. Without the large exterior mirrors, there will be less wind resistance, which translates into greater fuel efficiency. But not everything is so simple. Some experienced drivers have expressed concern about this change. For many, nothing replaces the good old physical mirror, which offers more natural depth perception. The most common criticism is that digital cameras can fail, leaving the driver without visibility in the event of an electronic problem. And let's face it, no one wants to be without rear vision while driving a multi-ton truck. Tesla, however, appears to be aware of these concerns. Therefore, in addition to the cameras, the Semi will have sliding side windows, designed to facilitate interaction with infrastructure, such as entrance gates and charging points. It's a detail that may seem small, but for drivers who spend hours on the road, any facility is welcome. Imagine not having to fully open the truck door to reach an intercom or hand over documents at a toll gate. This is practicality. Another interesting point is that these design changes aren't just for aesthetic reasons. They're designed to make the Semi safer. Instead of relying solely on the driver's vision, the truck will feature advanced assistance systems that monitor the surroundings in real time. Sensors and cameras will provide collision warnings, blind spot monitoring, and even lane change assistance. It's like having a digital co-pilot, always aware of what's going on around you. And it doesn't stop there. The shape of the truck itself will also undergo aerodynamic improvements. The front will be more rounded, further reducing wind resistance. The space between the cab and the trailer will be optimized to minimize turbulence, and the floor of the truck will be completely flat, allowing air to flow smoothly underneath the vehicle. Every detail has been designed to increase efficiency and safety. If the innovations in design and safety are already impressive, what about Tesla's ambitious plans to mass-produce the Semi? Elon Musk isn't interested in making just a few thousand of these trucks. None of that. The goal is to produce 50,000 units per year by 2026. Yes, you heard that right. 50,000 electric trucks rolling off the assembly lines each year. That's a giant leap compared to any other electric cargo vehicle on the market. And how does Tesla plan to achieve this impressive scale? The answer lies in a combination of advanced engineering and a massive expansion of charging infrastructure. Let's start with manufacturing. Tesla isn't just building the Semi. It's creating an entire production line specifically designed for these trucks. And not just any production line. These are automated lines where robots will do much of the work, ensuring precision and speed. This is key to keeping costs low and quality high. Instead of relying on traditional, time-consuming methods, Tesla is relying on a nearly continuous process where each truck is assembled quickly and efficiently. But of course, mass-producing trucks is only half the challenge. The other half is ensuring they can be charged quickly and conveniently. And this is where Tesla is playing hardball. The company is planning a dedicated charging network for the Semi, with 46 locations across the United States already in development. These charging points will be strategically located along key transport routes, ensuring drivers can recharge without having to go out of their way. And these are no ordinary charging stations. Each of them will have 1 megawatt chargers, capable of providing enough energy to guarantee hundreds of miles of autonomy in just half an hour. Imagine truck drivers who previously spent hours stopping for fuel, now getting back on the road in a matter of minutes. This completely changes the logic of road transport, where every minute counts. But why is Tesla betting so big on mass production of the Semi? The answer is simple: economies of scale. The more trucks Tesla produces, the more it can reduce manufacturing costs. And the cheaper trucks become, the more companies will be willing to buy them. It is a market-dominant strategy. Tesla doesn't just want to compete. It wants to lead the electric-heavy transport sector. And the environmental impact of this strategy cannot be ignored either. Replacing tens of thousands of diesel trucks with electric vehicles will significantly reduce carbon emissions. And since trucks are responsible for a large portion of pollution in the transportation sector, this change could have a positive impact on air quality and public health. The Tesla Semi will not only be an efficient and powerful electric truck, it will be a true mobile powerhouse, thanks to the EPTO system, electric power takeoff. And what does this mean in practice? Basically, the Semi will be able to directly power auxiliary equipment, such as trailer refrigeration units, compressors, hydraulic systems, and other devices that would normally rely on diesel engines. It is a change that promises to revolutionize cargo transportation. Think of a traditional refrigerated truck, for example. Typically, it needs a separate diesel engine to keep the load cool during transport. This means more fuel consumption, more maintenance, and of course, more pollutant emissions. But with the Tesla Semi's EPTO, this entire system can be powered directly by the truck's battery, eliminating the need for extra motors. Less pollution, less noise, and much more efficiency. And it's not just about refrigerating food. The EPTO will be able to power any type of equipment the trailer needs. From hydraulic cranes to ventilation systems, anything that requires electrical power can be connected directly to the Semi. This opens up a world of possibilities for specialized freight transport. Imagine rescue trucks with high-powered electrical equipment, mobile medical trailers with life support systems, or even mobile industrial repair units. Now, you might be wondering, but won't this quickly drain the truck's battery? It's a valid concern. After all, using battery power to power other equipment could reduce the vehicle's range. But Tesla has already thought of that. The Semi will be equipped with energy management systems that will monitor EPTO consumption in real time, ensuring that the truck never runs out of power to continue its journey. The priority will always be to ensure that the truck has enough power to reach its destination. And here's the real kicker. The Semi will be able to be quickly charged at one of the 1 megawatt charging stations Tesla is developing. This means that even if EPTO consumes some of the battery's charge, the truck can be quickly recharged and back on the road within minutes. It is a perfect combination of efficiency and practicality. But there is something even more interesting. The EPTO system is also proof that Tesla is not just thinking about trucks, but the entire logistics chain. Transport companies will be able to use the Semi not only to move cargo, but also to power equipment at the delivery location. Imagine a trailer that transforms into a mobile kitchen for events, powered directly by the Semi, or a mobile medical unit that can operate in remote areas without needing diesel generators. If the Tesla Semi already impresses with its ability to generate power for auxiliary equipment, what can we say about its performance on the road? Because we're not just talking about an efficient and sustainable truck. We're talking about a true power machine. And the secret behind this incredible performance lies in its 3 independent electric motors mounted on the rear axle. Each of them is responsible for providing immediate power, ensuring that the Semi accelerates like no other heavy-duty truck ever seen. Imagine this: a multi-ton truck that can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a matter of seconds, even when fully loaded. It's almost like watching a supercar in truck form. And that's no exaggeration. While traditional diesel trucks have a significant delay in throttle response, the Semi reacts instantly. Just step on the pedal and the power is there, ready to go. But it's not just about speed. It's about efficiency. The Semi's drivetrain operates at an impressive 85% to 90% efficiency, compared to traditional diesel trucks that barely manage 30%. This means that almost all of the battery's energy is transformed into movement. In other words, less waste, more performance. And this efficiency translates directly into savings for transport companies. Each kilometer driven costs less because the Semi uses energy much more intelligently. And it doesn't stop there. The 3-motor setup allows the Semi to operate intelligently. At cruising speeds, only one of the motors is used, ensuring maximum efficiency. But when the truck needs more power, whether to accelerate up a steep hill or to overtake, the other 2 motors kick in instantly. It's like having a reserve of power that is only used when really needed. And here's an interesting fact. The Semi's regenerative braking technology is so advanced that it can recover a significant amount of energy during descents and braking. This means that in many situations, the truck can practically recharge itself while it's driving. It's a perfect combination of power and efficiency, something that simply doesn't exist in diesel trucks. Another point worth mentioning is the silence. Unlike diesel trucks, which roar and release smoke with each acceleration, the Semi is almost silent. All you hear is a faint futuristic hum, as if it were a spaceship gliding down the road. And this is not just a matter of comfort. Less noise means less stress for the driver and for those around him. For those who work long hours behind the wheel, driving a Semi will be almost like piloting a spaceship with advanced technology and unparalleled comfort. Imagine a machine so large and powerful that it can produce the frame of an entire truck in a matter of seconds. Sounds like science fiction? Well, that's exactly what Tesla is bringing to life with its 50,000-ton Giga Press. This colossal machine isn't just the largest of its kind in the world. It's the heart of the company's mass production of the Tesla Semi and other electric vehicles. And believe me, this Giga Press is much more than just a giant block of metal. To understand what makes this machine so revolutionary, you need to imagine the traditional vehicle manufacturing process. Typically, the structure of a car or truck is assembled from hundreds of individual parts, which are cut, shaped, and then welded together in a time-consuming and expensive process. But Tesla decided to do things differently. With the Giga Press, instead of assembling multiple parts, the company simply molds the entire structure into a single block of cast metal. It's like creating a metal toy, but on a gigantic scale. How is this possible? The Giga Press works like a casting machine, where metal is melted at over 850 degrees Celsius and injected at high pressure into a mold. This mold is shaped exactly like the truck's frame, and when the metal cools, the result is a solid, robust, and perfectly shaped part. In the case of the Tesla Semi, this means that the entire rear frame of the truck is created in seconds rather than hours. It's a time and money saving that no other manufacturer can match. But it's not just a question of speed. By creating the structure in a single piece, Tesla also improves the quality and safety of the vehicle. Fewer parts means fewer weld points, and fewer weld points mean fewer weak points. The result is a more rigid and resistant structure, capable of better supporting the weight and forces that a truck faces on the road. And because the Giga Press is incredibly precise, every part comes out exactly as planned, with virtually zero margin for error. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you find out that this Giga Press isn't just one. Tesla is installing several of them in its factories around the world. The idea is for each of them to mass-produce vehicle structures, allowing the company to reach a production scale that previously seemed impossible. And this isn't just limited to the Semi. The same concept will be applied to the Model 2, Tesla's next popular electric car, which will also be mass-produced using Giga Press technology. But why 50,000 tons? What does this really mean? This number refers to the force that the machine is capable of exerting to shape the metal. To put it in perspective, it's like you're trying to shape metal that weighs 10,000 elephants. It is this colossal force that allows Tesla to produce such large and complex parts in a single step. And best of all, the company has already optimized the process so that each part is cooled and inspected within seconds, allowing production to continue without interruption. Another interesting detail is that this Giga Press is not just a giant and powerful machine. She is also an engineering masterpiece. To function properly, it needs to be kept on a reinforced concrete base several feet deep. This is because the simple impact of the machine molding the metal generates forces so large that they could compromise the factory structure if it were not adequately supported. It's literally a machine so powerful that it needs its own foundation.